What are you cooking up here, Catalana?
Nothing.
Who do you have as your second best team?
Who do you have, too?
Go on.
I have the Bills at 1.
Who's it, too?
The Eagles.
And number 1, I have Colts.
You're so
Oh
stupid.
my God.
You're
I
so
am-
stupid.
We don't need clicks that
Hold
bad.
on.
All right, welcome back to the Buffalo Plus channel. Mike Catalana, Dan Fates. I am Jenna Cottrell. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Welcome to this episode of The League presented by Stellar Roofing, Windows, and Siding. We're going to talk a little bit about taunting rule, fining players, the rule that should be eliminated. But first, we're going to start with the top 5 and bottom 5 teams in the NFL as we enter week number 4. And Mike has prepared us that he has a whole bunch of takes.
I got takes for this.
Imagine
I got takes for this. When we talk about top 5, bottom 5,
He's going.
Yeah,
I
but
have
say,
my-
He's
Mike
ready.
literally wants to do the league just so that he could
so
get
I
off
go.
hot takes and just educate us.
I'll go 5 to 1.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to start out at number 5. And I'm trolling for this. So go ahead and aggregate me if you want. You know who number 5 to 1 is for
Wait,
me?
is this
For best or worst?
Yes.
Worst.
Okay.
Okay.
5 worst.
Now is 5.
The 5th worst team in the
Okay.
league.
All right.
So Mike thought that he was just going to have his own top 5 and bottom 5, and that we were just going to like
Tell
we were
me
like-
I'm
like-
wrong,
like-
or tell
like,
me
well,
I'm
well,
right.
Yeah, like we were just jesters. Like we were just like
Staff.
whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Staff.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
Mike and
staff.
staff, because I also have a bottom 5,
That's awesome.
but mine also has trolling in it.
Okay,
Okay.
good. I'm going to start with trolling. You know who my 5 team is? The Kansas City Chiefs.
That's a little hot.
Now, I know they're going to be better, and I know they're not the 5th worst team in the league. So settle down. My standard is high for the Chiefs. I don't know if you know this, but they've been to 3 straight Super Bowls. They do not look good at all. Defense is good. They have been that way. Their offense is pedestrian. And I know they're getting players back, but if the Giants had anything at all, they could have beaten the Chiefs. A desperate team at 0-2. They're 2+ games behind the Chargers, and I know it's early in the division, but they do have real competition in that division. I know they're going to get better, but I don't know how high the bar is for the team this year. I'm putting them at number 5.
I had them as just on the outskirts of my bottom
Oh.
5 because it was too much of a hot take for me to put them in
For
the bottom.
Dan?
Oh my
For
God.
Dan
Yeah.
Fates.
I had a hotter take than you.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I
That's
thought they
actually
were.
terrifying.
But I did think the fact of their offensive line is a mess. They don't really have any explosive offense.
Mhm.
Their defense is not as scary. Like we've talked about this before on the channel, just like they look like they're fatigued. And you're right. The Giants should have won that game. Russell Wilson is atrocious. And I feel bad for any fan of a team that has had to root for the last 4 years Russell Wilson. I mean, it is the least amount of fun you can have watching a football game. Like it is watching the game last night with my wife, and she goes, "Who's the Giants quarterback?" And I go, "Russell Wilson." She goes, "Oh, I love Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's married to Sierra." And I was like,
I'd rather
yeah,
see Sierra playing
like
quarterback.
at this point. Like they are so inept on offense, and I love Brian Dable, but he is inept.
Yeah. It's
No,
really
he
good.
is. He's
Yeah.
having a terrible
Oh,
time.
he's-
Oh, no. You're
He,
saying.
he gave me a look when I said inept, like as if
Yeah.
it wasn't the correct word.
Yes, it is the correct
Look
word.
at him
He is
typing
inept.
away over
I
there.
know, what
Like
are you
what
doing?
is
Well,
going
I
on?
wanted to make sure of something because you said it. Yeah, I would say Russell Wilson right now is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL because of who he is, right? In terms of he is an accomplished player.
It's just.
No.
It's not just his play.
No,
It's just his human being.
because of who he is.
It's
he
his
is a guy
essence.
he's a guy who was trending towards being in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
And we talk about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is twice the quarterback of Russell Wilson. And I don't think Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers is a shell of what he used to be. I'm saying he is a guy who has won a Super Bowl, been to 2,
Yes.
been a very accomplished player. And he's not that old. I mean, he's older, certainly, but it's not like he's 45 and he's playing terribly. And it's his 3rd straight team of playing terribly.
I was thinking about it watching the game. Everybody's like, "Oh, Russell Wilson's having a bad night. They're booing him. I can't believe it. He just threw
Bad
for
night.
450 yards last week." That performance by Russell Wilson last week is way more of an indictment and indication on the Cowboys than it is on Russell Wilson having anything left in his tank. There is nothing remotely competent of a starting quarterback as Russell Wilson.
Okay. Do we need like a cigarette? I feel like we got like really animated to start, but I do think the Chiefs thing. I'm not willing to say they're the 5th worst team in the league, but I think
Not take
you're starting to see that fatigue that we talked about, but the sideline shot of Travis Kelce and Andy Reid getting into it, the dysfunction when you're losing, and I know they won against the Jets or the Giants, excuse me. They had to grind out that game. The dysfunction of when you're ex- e- expecting a certain level of performance and you're falling below that. And that's where things can get really wild.
Yeah.
Because we are only entering week 4, and to see their level of play and what we thought they were capable of, and then to see the talk on the sidelines and just like the miscommunications on the field, I think there's the potential for things to continue to go even more sideways. So right now, I'm not ready to say they're in the top 5 worst teams, but I actually could see a point in the season
Yeah.
where you're like, if the ship isn't settled, I could definitely see down the line that things like this can fester if you don't take care of it.
Want to go to 4? I'll let you go first. Or you didn't have your 5. You didn't say.
I had bottom 5.
Okay.
I did. I had the Saints.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the Saints at number 2.
I was
The
gonna say, I think
Saints are
that's
a really, really, really bad team.
yeah.
And we'll get to it more as the week goes on here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel as they get ready to come to Buffalo to face the Bills. But I'll save those hot takes for later in the
They're
week.
the only team in the league who has not taken a snap with the lead in 3 games.
Yeah, I saw that stat.
So
That hurts.
yes, that
Yeah.
does hurt.
Okay.
My number 4 team is the rest of the AFC East. I just bunched them together. The Patriots,
pretty good.
the Jets have actually played tough twice.
Correct.
The Bills destroyed them,
Correct.
but they've played tough twice. They could have stolen the game on Sunday, and they certainly played the Steelers and sort of gave that game away, but they were terrible in the other one. The Dolphins, while they played the Bills tough, have been a mess in the other games, and I don't think that's going to get a lot better. New England is, I mean, they turned it over 5 times. Do you know what the quarterback's nickname is in Foxborough now?
5.
Drake maybe.
Drake maybe.
I think that's pretty good.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
It's not Josh Allen part 2, right?
No, it's Drake maybe.
Yeah,
Because he
Drake
may be bad.
Oh.
He also definitely was concussed.
Yeah, as soon as he threw that interception, I was like,
it wasn't just they showed the replay of it. It's the grabbing of the helmet. And like for a league that is like trying to eliminate like this kind of stuff, and it's hey, we want to be cautious. Like he then threw a pass to the first row of the seats, and then they were still showing the replay of his head bouncing off the off the turf, like Cole Bishop's body did on that run by Derrick Henry.
Cole Bishop's catching a stray right now.
And then he throws one right to the other team.
Yeah.
How did the spotters
Nothing.
It's exactly what I was going to say. How did they not see that?
Nothing.
It was an obvious.
It was
slamming
very
of his
obvious.
helmet. Yeah.
And you're right. As soon as I saw it, I was like,
it was when he went back, like when he goes up to reach for his head. It's like,
yeah.
They're bad. Steelers offensive line or the Patriots offensive line is really bad.
The 5 turnovers is brutal.
Yeah.
I got one for you. I think the Steelers are a really, really bad football team.
Now that's kind of a hot take.
Yeah, a little bit, because I think they stink. And I think more specifically, their defense stinks. And they don't have the offense. They don't have the firepower. We can talk about Russell Wilson being a really bad quarterback and that offense being pedestrian at best, but at least they have Malik Neighbors. And yeah, DK Metcalf's in Pittsburgh, but
wait a minute, do they have Malik Neighbors?
They do. I saw him in week 2.
Okay.
He was unavailable, I think, this past week, but I think the Steelers defense is really bad. They should have given up 28 points to a bad Patriots team who just couldn't hang on to the football.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, well, they got their pass rush back and Derek Harmon was back. Like, the Patriots offensive line is atrocious. So I'm not sitting here going, oh, the Steelers defense figured it out. No, they just played a horrendous offense. And so I think the Steelers are a really, really bad football team.
Watching that game, I was like, oh, so no one wants to win. Like it was just like, oh, okay.
Rodgers' dumb face.
And the fact that it was a 1 touchdown game when the Patriots did turn it over 5 times, that to me does say a lot about how the Steelers are just not able to capitalize when you have that many opportunities to make a big play on the other side of the ball.
I'm so proud of you two, because I tell you how much I enjoy dislike and hate in sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are really disliking teams.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
And
Rodgers.
I really enjoy seeing that.
You're so proud.
Pat myself on the back here. Number 3. Who do you think I have number 3? Dan?
Cowboys.
Nope. Didn't have the Cowboys in
Oh,
my
I know
bottom
it is.
5.
It's Texans.
It is the Texans.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
have a defense.
They're really bad.
They don't have a top 5 quarterback, do they? I heard a while ago that he was a top 5 quarterback.
Well, they do have us blocking. They got rid of their
But
entire
we're just going
offensive
to
line.
continue to blame it on everybody else.
I'll say this. Getting to sit down and watch an entire Sunday of football,
Mhm.
there are a lot of bad offensive lines in the NFL.
Yeah.
And for all the Bills fans, and we're trying to grow the audience, but a lot of this is Bills fans. You should be really thankful for how good the Bills offensive line is, because
It's
they
the
are
second best thing Brandon Beane's done besides obviously
Yeah.
Josh Allen as a draft. That offensive line is elite.
Yeah.
In fact, I think right now they're the best offensive line in the league. I think they're
Without
better than
Lane.
the Eagles line.
Without?
Yeah.
Even with Lane Johnson, it's just a little different this year.
Yeah.
Dickerson's banged up. They got a new right guard. It is just not as dominant. They have not
Yeah.
been there. It doesn't mean they can't get there, but I think the Bills is number 1 right now in the league.
I don't think that's, yeah.
just
And they've
watching.
also had the time on task
Yeah, no doubt.
together,
Yeah,
and
no doubt.
that matters.
Chris Long was talking about it on the Green Light Pod, where he said this Texans team reminds him a lot of his Rams teams that he played on, where he's like, we had a really good defensive line and we could get after it, and we were holding. He goes, and it didn't matter because we cannot figure it out on offense.
Yeah.
They're bad.
Yeah.
I'll let you finish it out because I have the Saints at 2, and unfortunately I have the Giants at 1.
I have the Giants,
And I think, we'll see at what point they make the move to Dart.
Mhm.
I think if I'm the Giants, their schedule is tough. Every game for them seems like it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they still have they have the Eagles coming up twice in the next. I don't think you protect them that much and say, we're not going to play them. I think when you just make the call, and we're recording this now, who knows? Maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, Brian Dable says Jackson Dart's starting in the next game, because I was almost a little surprised they didn't throw him in there.
I was
end.
kind of thinking
Right at the
that.
end.
Yeah, go
Unless
for
they
it.
just don't want him out there until he gets the week of practice, but give him the week. I'd rather see Jameis play,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not going to play Dart, then what time do you think they go to Jameis?
I don't think they do. I think they just play Russ out
Yeah.
and then go to Dart maybe week 8 or 9, something
It's
like
just
that.
crazy to me that there are still NFL teams out there that are like, yeah, we'll do Russell Wilson. Yeah.
People love doing that though. What's the meme where it's it didn't work for them, but maybe it'll work
be us.
for me.
Yeah. I'll add another.
He is the cringiest person
That's right.
in the
Yes.
NFL.
I'm going to add another
Ah.
hot take. I'm down in New York this weekend, see my family, and I'm listening to New York stations. They're talking about, what's expected in New York and blah, blah, blah with the media, the tough media. Look at what the Giants and the Jets, we have them both here among the worst teams in the league, have been for the better part of the last 30 seasons combined between the two. Since the Giants won their Super Bowls, which is tremendous, the 2 that they won, they have been a disaster. And I heard the guys on the radio this morning going back and forth at their seasons. 5 wins, 3 wins, 6 wins, 5 wins. Couple of playoff years. The one year the Jets had 10 wins. The one year the Giants had 9 and made the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it is a disaster in that city. And I know they're all tough guys down there. We're the toughest media. Well, you have just put up with mediocrity or bad between those 2 franchises.
Yeah, I had Saints, Steelers, Giants, Dolphins, Texans as my bottom 5. And just on the outskirts, the Browns,
The Browns.
Titans,
Oh, no.
and Cowboys.
No.
But I'll say this about
no.
the Browns, beating the Packers, and their defense is top 3 to top 5 in the league. So that factors in.
As we transition to the top 5, I had the Browns I gave them honorable
Yes.
mention. They held Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who played in the preseason, so they were ready. In the second half of that first game,
He's so spicy today.
7 yards. They lost the game. 7 yards for the Bengals in that second half.
The problem is that you have to score points also.
The team stinks.
to be a good team.
Their
So you have them
offense
as
stinks.
outside the top 5.
Their defense is they got run over in the second half by the Ravens when the Ravens
Yes.
just got it rolling, but they are not obviously top 5 team.
Yeah.
I'm giving them their flowers for winning a game against Green Bay.
That
which
knocked
was-
Green Bay out of my top 5.
Did the same to
That's
me.
fair, honestly.
That's the epitome of a team that really good, really talented, but they don't know what they don't know yet.
That's fair.
Like they don't understand how to. The Bills of that Dolphins game. We were sitting there going, "There's no way they're going to lose this game." Like whether it was, I think part of it was because of Miami and they've just dominated Miami. It's like, well, they're just going to find a way to win the game. The Packers should have won that game, and they didn't because good teams find ways to win. And while the Packers are good, they're not there yet where they can just coast to the finish line in games.
They haven't. It's not the flip the switch yet.
Yes.
I'm going to be mean here for a second.
Oh.
Spell epitome.
EPITOME.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wait, I'm genuinely shocked.
First of all, you used it perfectly, and then bang, hit the spelling.
Bang!
He's on a roll.
Big shot. Big shot. Let's
So
go.
good. That is so good. I'm very proud.
Honestly, for a second, I was like, I don't even know. And then it clicked because I've had to look it up on Google so many times for tweets.
So good.
That's
so good.
That's impressive.
It'll be a good day.
We'll go top 5.
Yeah.
So I had but my number 5 team is the Bucks, and I have a hot take on the Bucks.
Okay.
I have a
Even
hot
with
take
the
on
injuries?
That's tough, man.
They're undefeated,
I'm aware.
and here's my hot take. I think Baker Mayfield. I think he's better right now than Joe Burrow. Not the injured Joe Burrow. I don't mean about his injuries.
That's why I started
No.
laughing.
That's
Joe
not what
Burrow's
I mean.
not like walking.
Yeah.
So.
Joe Burrow take him up until he was hurt.
Yes.
Why would Joe Burrow be better than him? Baker's a gamer, great at the end of games.
You know
he's
why.
had the good receivers too.
Because you know why.
Why? Because Burrow made it to one Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You've argued this point on the other side, so now you're flipping
I'm saying is Burrow gets thrown in there with Mahomes, Allen, and Lamar. Gets automatically in that top 4. I know he puts up a ton of numbers. At the end of games, I don't know who I'd rather have on the field driving for a touchdown than Baker.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Yes, but Baker is right there. Baker
it's literally
always
like,
seems to come through.
Yeah, it's literally like that list is like Baker, Stafford, like guys that have done it.
Mahomes,
yeah.
and Allen, yes. But the end of the game, need the drive to win the game.
He's a dog.
He is a dog.
I mean, I love him.
And he can move. He can run. He's not a runner.
Correct. He can move. I love when we take
all
these
of a sudden. Yes, it's not so literal.
He can move.
I am a
So you're
Baker
saying he's
fan.
better than
I'm
Joe
telling
Burrow
you.
right now?
Well, yes.
Joe Burrow cannot move.
Why
that is a good point. Turf Joe's got to get rebranded.
I love that. Turf Toe does.
Got to get rebranded.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. The problem is that offensive line, I think, is an issue. I mean, they've got 2
Wirfs
guys
has been hurt. They're trying to get him
Well,
back.
they lost 2 guys to season enders already. They said they had 0 guys playing their starting position as they did week 1.
But we've seen Baker twice already this year, needing the drive after his special teams nearly killed him a week ago. And he takes him down the field, and then he did it again yesterday.
It is funny when they talk about like Baker's like rehabilitated his career. It just meant he left Cleveland. like they're like, can you believe this guy? How he's turned it around? It's like he just left Cleveland. That's it. Like he was good in Cleveland, and then he had a cup of coffee with the Rams. Had a cup of coffee with Carolina.
Remember when he won that game for the Rams?
On
He
like
had been there
3
like
days.
10 minutes, and then he won the game for them.
I had the Lions at 5.
So they're playing. We're recording this on Monday, and that's why the Lions and the Ravens, they're playing each other.
Yeah.
I think they're both very good teams.
Both very good teams.
I have the Ravens at 4 at the moment. So we'll see how that game plays out. That we may look dumb to have them both in there.
Going back to the Bucks real quick. Do you think it's who the Bucks have played also this season?
I think
they
they're
played
a playoff
the Falcons,
team.
Texans, and Jets.
I just think I like the that's fine.
I'm just saying.
I wanted to get in.
There's
my take
one
on
win.
Baker. I wanted to get in my take on Baker.
That's fair. I'm just saying. I don't think. Well, I think the Bucks are good. I don't think they're top 5. I also think that
that's why
Baker
I had the Steelers,
has been
that's
a
why
gamer.
I put the Steelers in the bottom 5. They like haven't
and I also at the moment, Baker's a better quarterback at the moment than Patrick Mahomes.
Again,
there's a lot of better quarterbacks right now than
agreed.
Patrick Mahomes.
Well,
It seems
sometimes
very
he's got
disjointed
yes.
right now.
Right now.
I
Right now.
will get retroactively upset every time I see all of these wide receivers that were drafted start to have big games. Torrey Horton
Yeah.
for Seattle making
Ibuka.
plays,
Mhm.
Abuka,
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting there and it's like, oh, he wasn't fast enough. It's like the
Yeah.
dude makes plays.
By the way, you know who else is really starting to make plays? Your crush, Rome,
I know.
Adunze.
Brian Thomas.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he's available. Maybe the Bills can get him now.
3rd round pick.
Yeah,
Bean loves
why
giving
not?
those up for
Make that trade.
Yeah. Okay, who do you got at 4?
Yeah, who did you have?
I had Bucks 5, Ravens 4.
Here's one
Bucks
for you.
Ravens 4. Okay.
Chargers 4.
I am
Mm.
right now. I'm getting on the Herbert train. He's played very well, very smart. His issue has been when he's had those big moments.
Absolutely.
But they have, I think, 3 division wins now, right?
Yes.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Chiefs,
And-
Raiders,
yeah.
and Broncos.
And
yeah.
he's played
That's-
well. And they've got some injuries too. You know, they've lost
Correct.
a few people, but I can see why you would have
The
them there.
reason that I'm actually believing this Chargers hype as the maybe second best team in the AFC, at least right now, is their defense is actually playing legit. Like they've got for the first time in a while, like they were always the soft team. They would lose games 38-35, where Herbert would be good, but you'd sit there and go, well, he didn't win. So what does it really matter? They actually have a defense that I think can be a factor and make plays.
And listen, he's wacky, but Harbaugh can coach.
Yes.
He can coach. He's
is-
coached. He's built up teams from nothing.
Yep.
Multiple times, so he can coach.
Okay.
How afraid would you be of the Chargers in a AFC like playoff matchup for the Bills?
Not.
Okay, that's how I
Zero.
Because if they go to
0%.
LA, if they had to go to LA for the championship game,
It'd still be
there might
75%
be
more.
there
it'd be
might
seven-
be 50,000 Bills
And if they have
fans
to
who
go
make the trip.
outside, zero chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I agree. I just wanted to heat check. See if that's how
Hugh-
everyone felt.
now,
Hope this doesn't get clipped later.
if they're playing them in the playoffs and Herbert has had 1 or 2 games leading up to it and has played really well, that may be different. He is very talented.
Yeah.
But he has been bad in the playoffs.
Yes.
Bad
talent
in
has
his
never been the
opportunity.
issue. It's been
Right.
clutch.
So that's why I'm saying is at that moment, if they're in the AFC Championship game, well, they could end up with the 1 seed, right? But if they're in it, even coming to Buffalo, he may have already played 2 games, but we're way ahead on that.
Yeah. And well, the Chargers season or schedule coming up, they have the Giants next, then Commanders, then Dolphins, then Colts, then Vikings, then Titans, then
Yeah.
Steelers, then Jags, then Raiders, then the Eagles. I know I wasn't expecting to list off that many,
Yeah.
but I'm like,
you just kept
all right,
rolling.
that's kind of like the Dolphin. Okay, the Giants, and
Yeah.
then well, I don't know how the Colts are. I don't
Yeah.
know what to make of them. I know they're undefeated, but
What do you got, Dan? Number
3 Ravens.
Okay. So I had them at 4. Yeah. They're good. And we'll see how they do.
Yeah.
Again, this game tonight, I mean, obviously they
The
should be undefeated.
Yeah.
According to our picks for the
Yes.
Bills, they are undefeated. But,
Here's the thing about the Ravens.
Your picks.
The Ravens and the Chiefs, I both kind of think in the same spot of like, I'm just not going to overreact to them. I'm not going to put them in my bottom 5 of a team like 3 weeks into a season because
who
it's
would
just,
do that?
Yeah,
That's
I just
insane.
think about where are these teams going to be come January? Because like I know I don't really care what the Ravens record is when it gets to be late December. I know they're going to be in the playoffs. It's going to be more for seeding, but like that's going to be a dogfight with the Bills or anybody. It just comes down to can Lamar play like Herbert a good playoff game?
Bills
He just
fans
hasn't been able to
yeah,
do it.
Bills fans at a point may be rooting for the Ravens to win games so that you avoid them until the championship game. If you're following what I'm
I
saying.
see what you're
Sometimes,
saying. Yeah.
Like you've seen this happen in basketball and some other sports when a guy
Yes.
gets hurt, when all of a sudden it won't happen. But like imagine a Chiefs team or a Ravens team as the 7 seed in year 2. And they're coming in to play
Yeah.
you in week
Yeah.
1.
it's not
So,
quite the out you
yeah.
thought. Yeah.
3, I have the Eagles at 3. I think they're good. They were great in the second half. They were terrible in the first half. They're still very good, and they haven't even started to play at their best.
What are you cooking up here, Catalana?
Nothing.
Who do you have as your second best team?
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. You haven't said your 3 yet.
I had the Ravens at 3.
Oh, you said the Ravens at 3.
I have the
My second best team is the Bills. Who do you have to?
Go on.
I have the Bills at 1.
Who's it to?
The Eagles.
And number 1, I have the Indianapolis Colts.
You're so
Oh
stupid.
my God.
You're
I
so
am-
stupid.
We don't need clicks that
Hold
bad.
on. This is not what I am saying to you. I am saying right now,
Tell me who they've played. Because they've played Curly, Larry, and Mo.
they have the biggest point
That was good. I
differential
liked
in
that.
3 games. Hey, look, we say that. The Bills played the Dolphins and had to struggle to the end to win the
Dolphins
game.
and Titans.
Right?
And the
yeah,
Broncos are kind of bad right now.
In part because the Colts beat them.
that was a 1-point game.
It was, but that was a game, the beginning of the year, and it's like, how are they? Daniel Jones is playing great. Listen,
I like hot takes. This is just ugly. This is like, this feels
this
icky.
is what you don't get.
This feels icky.
This is when we're talking right now. I'll put it to this way. The Packers aren't in my top 5 because they just lost to the Browns. And I'm not saying it has to be week to week, but we're only 3 weeks in. I think the Colts back-to-back weeks have played like a team. It's got its act together. They could fall apart. I
They
trust them a heck of a lot more than I trust the Houston Texans to make a comeback. They're going to win that division. They're going to win that division and be in the playoffs. And I don't know how long it'll last. Daniel Jones has quarterbacked a team to the playoffs before. They're not going to be the number 1 team. The Bills would beat them in a game. But right now, at the moment, they have been the most weekly impressive team in the league.
So you don't think the Bills would beat the shit out of them?
They would beat them, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Bills just played the Dolphins at home.
On a short
s-
week in divisional
Well,
game.
both of them were in a short week. And the Dolphins had been terrible. And the Dolphins got blown out in a game. And I'm just saying this right now. I'm giving the Colts their flowers coming into this week.
I was not expecting that. That's
I knew-
crazy to me.
I knew he was up to something. I literally said, "What are you up to, Ken?" What do you mean? I have the Bills at number 2. Like, it was icky.
I am not going to
That was
tell you I
icky.
take Daniel Jones ahead of Lamar Jackson. Okay,
You're not going
I'm
to take
saying-
Daniel Jones over Josh Allen?
No, that's not happening.
Catalana's
Okay.
like, "Come on, kids. This is how we get clicks."
I give the Colts credit. Right now, they are playing like a team. They were a disaster last year, and they
Mhm.
have now looked good. Now, we'll see where they go from here. It could go south fast. They could be this year's
Probably.
Saints. But at the moment, that I was thinking, well, that's a 1 playoff team division. Yeah, right now it's not the Texans. I think we
Yeah.
all thought if
Yeah.
it was going to be anybody, it was going to be the Texans. So we'll see where they end up. But Colts,
That is way spicier
3
than I was
weeks in.
expecting.
point differential. Huge.
3 weeks in.
On pace guy.
Yes.
Daniel Jones is
Mike
on pace.
is a big on pace guy. We've
Okay.
never seen Daniel Jones play bad.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
In a
awesome.
Colts uniform, he's been outstanding.
What's the find out the numbers for me? MVP's got to be right up there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna look that
I
up.
was going to say, I was like, please don't. Okay. Taunting rule.
It's the worst rule in the NFL. Puka Nacua got called for taunting in the game against the Eagles. He catches the ball. He does what a lot of receivers do. It's sort of a flex. He looks towards the stands. An Eagles player got off the ground and stood up. And the referee must have considered that taunting at the player. Number one, it's a terrible adaptation of the rule to say that that was taunting. Also, who are we kidding here? This is a violent game
Yep.
played against men who scream things at each other,
Yep.
who talk kinds of trash. You're allowed to flex looking there, but you can't look
That is correct.
there. It's an absurd rule. And the league, with their holier than thou,
Oh,
we're going to crack down on this. And then you'll hear this crap. Kids are watching the game. Shut up. This is pro football. This is not Pee Wee football. Let these guys play, yell at each other. I don't care about taunting. Doesn't bother me. And especially if you're allowed to celebrate the play, why can't now there could be, I mean, obviously anything physical, you pushing another player is different. But taunting, just looking at them and saying something is absurd to me. I hate it. I
It's-
hate the rule.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
Daniel Tosh had a bit about taunting. He's like, I don't care. And the whole premise of the joke was like, I don't care if you have a 10-minute tea party in the end zone. He's like, also, this is a game where linebackers take wide receivers' heads off when they
Right.
go over the middle of the field. He's like, that linebacker should be able to also taunt
Yeah.
in that guy's face as he's carted off the field. Like,
Yeah.
that is what like, this is a violent sport. I couldn't agree more. And it's like feelings. Like what is that? Like, I don't know. I just don't like it. at all.
Well, I agree with the holier than thou aspect of like, oh, well, we don't want to have the taunting because that's not in the spirit of the game. And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know if football's in the
Yeah.
spirit of
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, you push,
violence.
you get up, you push somebody. If you spit in somebody's face,
Absolutely. Well,
okay,
that's
Yes.
even beyond
yeah,
taunting.
agreed.
Well,
So
and any type of physical contact
Yes.
that
Yeah.
way. And also, we would know taunting. I guess there would be a level that I would say, if you,
You see
jumped
it.
down, got
You
right in the
see
guy's
it.
face. So Jalen Carter, who has been an idiot for the Eagles this year, blocks a field goal. He's walking off the field. He is 20 yards away from the opponent. And he's yelling at one of the other players. They're
Yes.
pointing at each other. And they throw a flag for time. You guys are on the sidelines. How often have you seen players yelling at the other players on the
Pretty
other
much
side of
every
the field?
play.
All the time.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
happens. I just think when they have these, it's a point of emphasis. Please stop with this in the NFL. It's a joke. Which leads me into my other take that I have said for you guys. The amount of money they take out of the pocket of these players is absurd. I looked at the fines, and this is what now contact with official, all those things, absolutely. Striking, kicking, kneeling, all those things are absolutely. But a face mask penalty, you get a face mask penalty in the game, you are fined $11,593 for a play that happens in the game. Second offense is $17,000. Hit on a defenseless player. There was a terrible call against the Rams in that game too.
Yeah.
Called a defenseless player. The offensive player comes down. It's in the middle of the game. It's $17,000. A running back or a player lowering their head to make a hit.
Yeah, Saquon.
It was his second offense. It was $46,000.
Yeah.
By the way, a backup running back would get the same fine
Mhm.
at $46,000. This league, I think they hate their own players. They want to take money from them all the time. It's a tough game without guaranteed money, and they cannot wait to fine them for uniform violations, taunting. Something happens in the game. I know it happens in baseball. There are certain things you get fined for, but most of the time it's just,
Yeah.
you get thrown out of the game. I'm sure there's a fine. There's other things, but no one likes to take money from their players more than the NFL.
Leaving bench area during a fight, $12,000.
Yeah, fighting. I mean, even those things I might give you.
No, but not even leaving, like fighting, sure. If you want to fine for
$40,000, yeah.
fighting, sure. But leaving the bench area during a fight, $12,000.
But you guys see it every week. It comes out. This guy fined. This
Yeah.
guy fined. And there are plays in the game that are officiated. Oh, and by the way, they don't go back and change the call.
Mhm.
Like it happened in the. Now I'm curious about this in the Chiefs Giants game Sunday night. I think it was Scadaboo or somebody goes to catch a pass. Blatant Nick Bolton, blatant face mask. They don't call it in the game. I think the league still goes back and fines him.
Yeah, Saquon didn't get
penalized for
penalized.
it. So they missed it.
Yeah.
They don't change it, even though it's blatant on camera.
Correct. If
But
it's a
then they
bad
fine the
call,
player.
if it's a bad call that they wouldn't get money from, they'll let it slide.
Mhm.
But if it's a call they missed, they'll get money from. And also, sorry, this camera is picking up Catalana's laptop. So Catalana's probably been fuzzy for like the last 5
I've been
minutes.
fuzzy all day today.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, punchy.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you
That's
want?
like our 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. podcast.
Yeah, that got wacky.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
That got
Um,
wacky.
no, I think
0%.
Hey, look, I have the Colts as the best team and the Chiefs as one of the worst. How about that?
What upside down land are we living in?
My other thing I want to say about the NFL and like so far, like week 3 was blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Like it was just the insanity of those games, the witching hour, all of those things.
And especially since the slate of games looked
Boring.
terrible
Yeah.
coming in. Those
Yeah.
games were like, oh, this is what we have.
Special teams matter. Like this is one of those games where on Wednesday, I'm sure somebody will bring up it to Sean McDermott, maybe it'll me, but like you're watching those games and you're going, oh, we gotta make sure we button some stuff up because of the amount of blocked kicks. On top of it, the Bills probably should have had their kick
No
back in
doubt.
week 1 blocked because of a
Mhm.
blown assignment, also on a field goal attempt. So it's just crazy. It's all these things where it's like, you just take it for granted. It's a 42-yard kick. And that's it. And then somebody's running back the other way covering a spread.
Who would that be?
I will say I did not have the Rams plus 3.5, but my thoughts and prayers to everybody.
But you did have the over.
I did have the over. I told you that.
Yeah. Big week for
Yeah,
Uncle
it
Dan.
ended up not being a big week.
No?
Late games.
Packers lost. The Patriots fumbled twice inside the 2-yard line, took points away from that game. And Falcons didn't show up.
Patriots red zone.
So we started out 4-1 and finished 5-4. Winning week.
Winning week.
Winning
Something
week.
to build
Winning
on.
week.
We got things to work on,
Yes.
but it's hard to win in this league.
Yes. It's hard to win. It's hard to win against Vegas.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
It's almost like they don't want you to
It's
get
crazy.
the money.
It's crazy.
I should have been on Syracuse.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't in New York State.
Can't bet it.
Oh, just kidding. I would
Lincoln-
never gamble either way.
Yes.
Lincoln Hill Farms.
Yes. Tell them everyone
Thursday,
about it.
5 to 7, podcast 7 to 8. It's in Canandaigua, New York. If you've ever been to CMAC, it's not far from there. Cool setup. And then they're going to have food trucks. They're going to have, of course, Bud Light is our big sponsor.
And hay rides.
Hay rides. Yes. Hay rides. So, yeah, bring the kids, come down. We'll be there 5 to 7, talking to everybody, talking football, Bills and everything, and then doing the podcast 7 to 8.
Going to be a whole bunch of fun. Again, this Thursday, that'll be. So we would love to see you there. Obviously, we always love meeting and getting to hang out with everyone, talking Bills, all that fun stuff.
I'm afraid to see my fat head.
I look at it every day.
Very much so. Okay, for Mike Catalana and Dan Fates, I am Jenna Cottrell. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you so much for watching The League presented by Stellar Roofing, Windows, and Siding. That'll do it for us here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel.